I'm so I'm so I'm so upset that I have to shoot that I have to end the year adding an adding another adding another video to this section, but I have to add an, another another video to my in memoriam uh, section to 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 to, to former to former to former president the the 41st president of the United States, Massachusetts born, Con- Connecticut uh Connecticut Connecticut teenage years spent, and then after the war he married he married uh, Ba- Barbara Pierce Bush, and and had and and had his old oldest oldest daughter oldest daughter Robin, who died of leukemia in 1953 at at only 3 years of age, and and Robin, little sweetheart, by the end of the week, your dad and your dad your dad and your mom and you will all will all will all be will all be will all be buried at College Station, Texas, on the grounds of the George Herbert Walker Bush um, Library. And surprise, surprise, people, the our current president, who I like to refer to as the asshole in chief, finally did something decent for you see, every 25 years he does something decent. And to, tomorrow eve tomorrow evening he he's tomorrow afternoon he's gonna send Air Force One to to Houston International Airport, excuse me, to pick up the the casket containing George W. Bush's mortal remains, along with uh, a presidential honor guard, and uh, and on the Air Force One is gonna land at 5:30, and then the hearse containing President Bush's body is going to go to to the to, to to the U.S. Capitol at at 6, and it's gonna lay in state from from um 7 7 7 p.m. on tomorrow night to 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 10 to 10 a.m. on Wednesday night, on Wednesday afternoon, on Wednesday morning, before they load the casket back into a presidential hearse and be be be, be brought to the National Cathedral Cathedral uh, Cathedral, and for 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 the state funeral of President Bush, and and President and President Trump has even in in his in his, in his pomposity, pomposity, pomposity and arrogant way, deigned to allow the his his two sons to give eulogies. But let's not let's not let's not put let's not he couldn't help it. He was doing something great, but he wanted to let everybody know that he did he did whip 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 Jeb in the 20 the 2016 presidential, and if he runs in 2020, he'll whip him again. And another thing, I am sick and tired because I watched on C-SPAN. I watched on C-SPAN since the announcement of George W. Bush's death was made at 10 minutes of 11 on Friday evening, and whenever whenever they've had open phones, that they've they've called him they've called him the 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 um the American Fuhrer. For those of you that don't know what that means, that refers that some wackos think that President Bush served as head of the American Nazi Party, a real hate group, and that he that he in in 19 in 19 in 1962, I, I'm sorry, November 22nd, 1963, a lot of people been saying that he also he also arranged, not only arranged, but was the trigger man to 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 to, to, to blow President Kennedy's head off from the top of the Stemmons Freeway overpass, and and a lot of people, and that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that he's he's the he's directly he's directly according to these same people that have made the last couple charges that I think are total BS, have said that that he was in cahoots with 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 with, with Saddam Hussein, so that he he could he could use he could use some of his CIA experience to found and build Al Qaeda. That's offensive. I don't care what I don't I don't care what party you are. And people are saying I can talk that way because I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican. At times like this, American politics be fucking damned. We- We're supposed to be honoring the honoring the life and career and accomplishment of a good, kind, and decent man. Whether you whether you whether you agree with his politics or not, it's time to put petty politics away. But because of the current state of idiots like Alex Jones and like the 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 gleefulness of people like 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 Brian Williams, even though 3/4 of the stuff that guy says, don't forget, he got booted off the nightly news, re, replaced by Lesser Hope because he's a fucking goddamn liar, and he will be until the day that he meets us, and he will be until the day that his life ends. And let us not forget that he could have very well he could have very well beat Bill Clinton if it wasn't for Hi- Hiram 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 Perot, Hiram Ross Perot. Now you guys that know me know where I stand politically, but at times like this, you you you're supposed to put aside Um, um, you're supposed to put aside political differences. In 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 the past year, we've lost from the political arena. We've lost Barbara Bush in in April. We've we've lost we've lost John McCain in July, and to close out the year on on Dece- on December on December 1st, we we lost the 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 40 the the 41st president of the United States. I just have one thing to say to all you people that that have spent the last have spent the last 2 days spreading hateful stuff, and you probably spend until spend the next two spend the next week. Well, everybody gives tributes, spreading awful stuff. Have some respect, or if not, when you die, I hope you all go to hell and burn in eternity. Good night.